Yo ho ho, everyone, how are we doing today? We are back for some more Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint. I will say before we get in that there might be a few issues of panels loading and stuff because my Wi-Fi has been playing up a little bit recently, so bear in mind that we might have a few issues going forward. I apologize if that is the case. There's not really a whole lot I can do about it. In fact, I'll give the page a cheeky little refresh to start things off. But yes, we will continue on from where we left off last time, with Doctor making it out of the underworld. With his goal still the same, recovering Yusung's soul. Mister? I assume he'll be waking up in the human realm here. Yep, there we are. I'm back. The hidden scenario, Queen of the Underworld, has been completed. You received 1,500 coins as a reward. 1,500, 15,000. Read, you fuck. Coins as a reward for completing the hidden scenario. The new Dokubi seems to have done his job, right? Constellation, God of Alcohol and Ecstasy, congratulates you on your safe return. Constellation, God of Alcohol and Ecstasy, offers to make up with you. You've received 7,942 coins. Gosh, he's quite annoying. 7,942. Is he still using bleepers? Reference to how the numbers 7942 sound like friends when read out in Korean. Let's see. I don't know what any of those numbers are in Korean. Wait. I used to. Ah, that's so annoying. I used to know Korean counting up to 29. 29, don't ask, well, the reason is all from when I did Taekwondo, we had to learn some Korean as theory, and numbers were part of that, but I can't remember it. And to be fair, there might also be different pronunciations and writings of the numbers as well. I'm not a big, not very knowledgeable on the Korean language, at least written. So I don't know if it's like Japanese, where there are different ways you can read and say the numbers. Well, say the numbers based on how it's written. But yeah, but I can't remember the numbers. I was going to try and figure out what that would sound like, but is what it is. If only the answers hadn't put me inside Tartarus, I would have been through all that. I must end up building robots with Namwin for the rest of eternity. You have one new hidden scenario. Hidden scenario, Serpent Hunting. Category, Hidden, difficulty S-. Clear condition, hunt down the target in the area where the 6th main scenario is held. Time limit until the end of the main scenario. Reward 80,000 coins and the trust of the Queen of the Dark Spring. Penalty for failure. It will be banned from entering the Underworld. Oh no. I assume that bodes poorly for if you're like, fuck. I hit one of the mouse buttons on my mouse. I have I haven't remapped any of the buttons, but one of them is default mapped to back, to go back a page, alt back. And one is to go forward, so that's why that just happened there. Don't mind me. The labor given to me by Persephone, as expected, is in the form of a sub-scenario. Serpent hunting. I have a hunch as to what this serpent in this next scenario is going to be. You'll be notified via the status screen when your target approaches. Are you okay, mister? Sangha told me to keep an eye on you. Where's Sangha? Asleep. Yeah, that probably wouldn't.
She was awake, but fell asleep only just now. She also told me to tell the others if you didn't wake up soon.
Come to think of it, I asked her to look after things before I passed out. Must have been hard on her too, since she was hungover. Oh gosh, I'm so lousy. Why am I thinking of Persephone's rendition of Sangha? You're up. Oh, you're up. Ye. We won. You two must have been training. Don't they get hangovers? They're so healthy. Yes, we should be prepared for what's to come. We need to get going soon, anyway. Go where? Everyone else already went off. Did something happen overnight?
The notification for the 6th main scenario came in.
Already? All survivors, please gather at Yongsan Station. Omniscient Reader's Viewpoint, episode 118. 118 is how that is read. Fuck. Chapter 23, Abandoned World, Part 2.
There are still so many people left in Seoul.
Oh, is that the place? A forest. Who's that? Who's that?
Huh? Is that a Japanese person?
That man is probably the famous Japanese incarnation, Izumi. Since the Tokyo Dome has progressed further than we have, they would have started the 6th scenario before us. Damn Dokubi. They edited it to look like some ad for a vacation spot. Korea is starting off under unfavorable conditions. A new main scenario has arrived. Well, so we know that during the scenario, the Tokyo... I can't remember if it was this scenario, but there's going to be a scenario where the Tokyo Dome and the Seoul Dome end up cooperating, per se. And I'm wondering if being behind Tokyo here is going to have an impact on that. Main scenario. Category, main, difficulty, clear condition, time limit, reward, penalty for failure, blank. Huh?
Where's the difficulty in the clear condition?
What are we supposed to do? It's all just question marks! Oh, is this... who the f... Oh, I can't remember which king he was. Apparently, only a select few can take part in the upcoming scenario. You are... Mr. Dr. Kim. This is the first time we formally meet. But he was literally at the bottom of the panel I scrolled to. Ildo John, the neutral king. I am Ildo John. Jiang? Yeah, whatever. Dr. Kim. Your exploits have never ceased to impress me, both now and during the battle for the throne. You have no idea how much my supporting constellation talks about you. They keep nagging me on why I can't do as well as you do. Wait. Who is this supporting constellation again? Character summary settings have been changed. Something about his, the look in his eye is a bit worrying. Character summary. Ildo Jiang. Supporting constellation. Expert fence sitter. Attributes. Half-assed, intellectual, neutral king. Right, who else but him? The name, expert fence sitter, makes it sound as if he's some willy-nilly nobody, but it's actually the nickname for King Guanghai of Joseon, who is famous for his neutral diplomacy tactics. Yeah, that makes him look even more worrisome. Constellation, expert fence sitter is expressing its fondness towards you. The constellations who call for neutral diplomacy reveal. The constellation who calls for neutral. Oh my god, read. Reading is hard. Who calls for neutral diplomacy reveals his nickname. I want to know more about you. About what you just said. Oh wait, this is Doctor. I want to know more about what you just said. What do you mean only a select few will be participating? Oh, so you don't know. According to the information disclosed by the lower grade Dokubi this morning, they'll be accepting volunteers to take part in this scenario. Volunteers? That's right. Not everyone needs to participate this time around, and there aren't any penalties for not participating. It's unbelievable when you think about all the scenarios we've had until now. Nothing's changed from what I know, thankfully. And that's where the volunteers will be headed, I presume. So they say. What? We don't all have to go? Like, fuck am I going? I don't want to die. Incarnations react in one of the following three ways during a scenario like this. The first group of people are those who tactfully back out of the situation. Gosh, I'm relieved. I was kind of freaked out by the size of that thing. It was huge. These are the types who don't belong to a group, and are relieved to learn that they have a free pass through the scenario. They will eventually meet a horrible end as the price for not participating in the scenario. The second group are the type of people who have gotten somewhat used to the scenarios. These people will watch a live video feed and prepare themselves for what's to come. They'll be able to survive, for now. And the third and last group of people are... Mr. John, where are you? Gosh, look at the time. You should get going. I'm fine. No, I can't go alone. That would be pointless. What? What do you mean? Mr. Dr. Kim, I'm actually here to take you with me. Me? The world without a king. The kings who remain in that world you created. The third group of people are waiting for you to visit them. Yeah, that's a fucking hella villainous looking like, look at this. Are those who exploit others for their survival. Yeah. Although clearly is not a savory fellow. Stay hydrated, folks. Just a friendly reminder. Also, I noticed there weren't any issues with the panels. That's good. Anyway, moving on. Ooh, this one thing I really like when webtoons do this, where they have the title card fade into like the background of a panel. Like, I really like this. It's just a nice effect. Episode 119, Chapter 23, Abandoned World, Part 3. Yeah, but we're going now. I'm sorry, but only kings are allowed beyond this point.
Just scream if anything happens, okay?
The area is under the influence of a sound wave blocking skill. Wow, they even blocked out all the sound. So, it would be better for our group to go. Korea's already a step late. Do you think they'll be able to handle them when they have the advantage? But things will be different if we were to go there. If I were there, I'd... The last king is here. Oh, no, yeah, now we've got problems with the panels. Oh boy, that was funky. And there is, this interesting lady as well. Bruh, I love that it's like, it's finished loading, but they're popping in as I'm scrolling. The King of Beauty, Jiwon Min. The Maitreya King, Sangyong Cha. The Neutral King, Ildo Jian. The King of the Wanderers. The last king is... And who are you? Doesn't seem like much. Dr. Kim. That's strange. I don't know this guy. Oh, you must be. I'm the president of... Yoido. Yoido. Yoido? Bro, there's fucking 4 vowels next to each other. What the fuck? Yoido. Hyo-ho Yu. The president of Yoido. I'm saying that very Japanese. President of Yoido. But the president is dead already. What's he on about?
Mr. Yu isn't a king, but he is here for now since he leads a faction of his own.
That king nonsense again. Do you still think that we're in the Joseon era or something? We are living in a liberal democratic society. Please, come to your senses! Hyo-ho Yu. Supporting constellation, master manipulator of national intelligence. Wow, what a lovely sounding constellation. I'm sure they never get up to anything nefarious. Personal attributes. Corrupt politician. Right, wow, fantastic. A corrupt politician talking about liberal democracy. Yeah, sounds about right. Personal skills. Collect bribes. Level 5. Military command level 5. Corrupt power level 5. Control the masses level 7. I love collect bribes. That's a fucking skill. How the fuck does that work as a skill? Does it mean you can, like, force people to pay you bribes or something? At that point, that's not a bribe. That's fucking, I don't know, taxation or something. Oh, now I remember. The politician who cleared the first scenario at the National Assembly and survived. Not embassy. Constellation Bold Army General dislikes Kyung-ho Yu. What usually happens is that the entire Yoido area gets wiped out once monsters appear. But I guess he was lucky this time. Who's the master of manipulation of national influence again? Intelligence again? Everyone hates him so much. Yeah, I fucking wonder why with a name like that. Constellation Naval Welfare Guard is upset with the corrupt Joseon politician. Miss Soo-young Lee. Soo-young Lee here has also joined us due to similar reasons. I don't know if you've heard, but she is known as the King of the Wanderers. Yeah? Yeah, he's heard. Enough with the introductions. I'd like to know why you wanted me here. We are thinking about voting on which among us will participate in the 6th scenario. Well, given what Doctor said, he will be probably inclined to participate, and also, you know, he kind of has to due to that sub-scenario that he's got. Everyone here has amassed a sizable following within the Solar Dome. You should consider it an honor that we have invited you here despite your faction's size, because of how much you've contributed in completing the past scenarios. Oh, is that so? I haven't even seen him around during the scenarios. And let me tell you again, it's about time we stop this barbarism. We may have temporarily restored to acting like uncultured cavemen and fought amongst ourselves, but we are, by principle, law-abiding citizens who adhere to the rules of society. So, isn't it right that we choose who will participate in the next scenario through democratic means? Most of what he says was nonsense, but makes himself sound rather credible with his choice of words. And what exactly are you referring to when you say democratic means? As I proposed earlier, the number of people sent in by each group should be proportional to how big their group is. Then the group in Yoido has the most amount of people, don't they? I don't see how that's fair at all. Jiang. This is Jiang. Yeah. Yes. Mr. Jiang, you disappoint Jiang. Mr. Jiang, you disappoint me. Aren't we all Koreans here? The number of people we get to send in isn't what's important here. I think Doctor disagrees. We'll be up against foreign forces during the scenario. So, it won't matter which groups we are from. We are going to bicker amongst ourselves when Are we going to bicker amongst ourselves when the enemy is right in front of us? Sounds like something you'd do. I don't like him. Just saying. I'll add principle. I don't like him. Just as you said, if it's not that important, I don't see why you would want to send more people in. So what I meant was that we should just do things democratically. Is that all we're here to talk about? I don't know what the big fuss is. Why not just send in whoever's willing to go? We were going to do that, but things have changed. What do you mean? There's a limit on how many people can participate. Limit? The other kings have all received the news from their Dokubi. Guess you haven't gotten it yet. The number of participants allocated to the Soul Dome is 10. Additional participants will be allowed depending on each of the incarnations' progression in the scenario. I see. So that's what they were fighting about. Unlike the other incarnations who were afraid of the scenario, the kings understood the importance of getting a head start. They believe the more of that... Fuck, hiccups! Yeah? They believe that the more of their own they can get to participate early on, the better the chance they have To control the scenario. In other words, this is a meeting of kings held to fight over the ruling throne. That you destroyed.
We will go. We will go. I've heard that there were many Japanese people in this scenario. It is only right for me, as a descendant of the kingdom of Sela, to lead the way.
Nonsense! It should be... Baikch! Baikch! That leads the way. We have many cultural exchanges with Japan. I forgot how I voiced him before. That may be true. Oh wait, no, that's probably not her.
That may be true, but your supporting constellation is from the later Baikch.
What are you all saying? It should be me who leads the way. Your supporting constellations are like fossils. How are we...
Hold on, everyone. Calm down. Fossils? How dare you?
Come on now. What's up with her? Is she looking at me like that? Is she testing me to see if I can resolve the situation? There's no use arguing amongst ourselves. Don't you know that the last king hasn't arrived yet? Yeah, no, the last king is someone you probably don't want to fuck with. Because it's almost certainly who I think it, yeah. I mean, the thumbnail of the next episode gives away. It was obviously Jun-hyuk. Mr. Jun-hyuk, you. The pro-tag man. Mr. Protagonist, but not protagonist. And he's a protagonist of Tweiwi, but Tweiwi is The World Ends With You. Not fucking the story, the fictitious story within the world of ORV. Fuck's sake. 10 ways to survive... Twisa. Yeah, that's what it is. Twisa. 10 ways to survive the apocalypse, not Tweiwi. Tweiwi is The World Ends With You. Really good game. And even the second one is... Neo is really good. They had a lot of fun playing those. One as a kid and one as a young adult. Very fun. I'm just going to let these panels load, or at least let the page load, and I'll probably have to refresh it God knows how many times. But 'tis what it is. Yeah. In life, you only get... I was about to make a point. I was like, that doesn't make any fucking sense. Stop talking, you dumbass. Christ. Yeah, whatever. It is what it is. This will resolve itself in due time, I suppose. My god. Nope, still not done. I was hoping that would help, but no, I guess not. Oh me, oh my. God knows how long this is going to take. So, some nice, nice weather we're having. It's getting warmer. At least where I live, it is starting to not be as fucking cold as it has been for the past handful of weeks. It's not been raining much either. Been pretty windy though. Had some very, very strong gales are blowing, which wasn't pleasant. You know, my hair didn't quite like. I just know the panels have loaded. I can stop waffling. Fucking hell. Let's go. What's going on?
The Supreme King.
You're here. And now I will now announce the people who will be participating in the upcoming scenario. If you have any objections, let's hear it. Move it! Take your foot off of me! Who the hell are you? Just burst in and... Security! Where are the guards? Dead. Well, or unconscious. I guess there aren't any. Then, I'll tell you who will be in the scenario. Episode 120, Chapter 23, Abandoned World.
How are you so calm?
I'm sorry, but I'm not in the same boat as you. because Jun Hyuk has acknowledged me as his ally. Although, he keeps threatening me, saying that the contract period is over. He has pretty much admitted that he needs me. The first member will be, of course, me. Well, isn't it? It's obvious, isn't it? Why wouldn't he be on the list that he made himself? Second, Ji-Hai Lee. I love the doctor's just so confident that it will get picked. A little surprising. I thought it'd be me. It's kind of annoying. She's so smug about that. Well, I wasn't a member of his original group after all. The others might be upset if I get called before they do. He may seem cold, but he actually cares for people he considers he owes. I get you, man. The third is Sohwa Lee.
There's still 7 spots left. There's still a chance for us. Those 3 are the only ones in the Supreme King's group. You have to choose from people outside his group for the remaining spots. We're the strongest of all the remaining people. Oh, I got those thought balls wrong. I don't care! Of all the remaining people, after all.
Gosh, I can read them all like a book. Too bad, next up will be me. The 4th member is Hyun-Sung Lee. What? Do you mean me? 5th, Won Jung.
Me?
The 6th is Gil-Young Lee.
Huh? What?
And... Right. Right. It's finally my turn. You've saved the best for last, right? I mean, he's not gone through 10 yet, right? Is that 10? Jun Hyuk, Ji-Hai, Solhwa, Soo-young, Hyun-Sung, Won, Gil-Young. Yeah, that's not 10. That's currently only... Yeah, we're only at 6. So you wouldn't even be last. No wonder he's the main character. He knows how to run a show. He's gonna pick Soo-young. You all can decide the rest. Yeah, he's looking at... Look how smug he looked. He's like literally fucking... And he's just like, oh, you fucking... Oh, you smug fuck. I'm not gonna give you the gratification you want. What? Is that it? Really? What about me?
Weren't you 2 friends?
That's what I thought too. Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is smiling contently, as am I.
Mister, didn't you talk to Master last night? I thought you'd definitely be on the list.
What do you mean?
Master said that he was going to see you last night.
Around what time?
Around 1 or 2 p.m. Were you sleeping?
That must have been right before I visited the underworld. What was I doing? Bruh. There we are. I was awake then, but Jin Hyuk didn't come. Wait. Before I visited the underworld? Then I was drinking with Sangha and... Constellation, god of alcohol and ecstasy, smiles mischievously. No way. Constellation, demonic judge of fire, is smiling contently. You've been gifted 500 coins. Did he see that? So, I mean, no, he didn't. He didn't quite kiss Sangha. Load the battles, please!
So, you kissed Sangha?
No, that's not what I said. Were you even listening to me?
Are you sure it's because of Dionysus? Maybe you pretended to be drunk?
It was because of Dionysus, and nothing happened between the two of us. Damn it, she doesn't believe me at all. Maybe that's what Jun Hyuk saw, so he left you out as a courtesy. But he's not the type of person who would do that.
And if Jun Hyuk had seen you two kiss, I don't see why he'd be offended by that.
We didn't kiss. Constellation demonic Judge of Fire says that... oh, Jesus. The Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire says that that is camaraderie. Camaraderie? Is that what your supporting constellation said? Camaraderie?
What's that supposed to mean?
I got those. I did the voices wrong. Camaraderie? If that's the case, I think I understand. Come to think of it, I'd be offended too if I caught you doing something like that. Hyunsong? What the fuck? Why so serious all of a sudden, Hyunsong? Also, what the fuck? That feels like it was... That episode felt really short. Also, why so serious, Hyunsong? What the fuck? That episode felt crazy short. The hell? Just me? Or did that just, like, breeze by? And I didn't see any panels that hadn't failed to load. I'll see if the way this chapter starts makes any sense. This episode starts makes any sense. Then I'll yeah. That felt like that felt really short. What the fuck? Jesus. Where'd the episode go? It's going by so fast. Oh no. Jesus Christ. Yeah. Anyway, that genuinely has caught me off guard. That was such a quick episode. Damn. Oh god. I don't like what I just saw. Yeah, buddy. You know, I'm gonna go back to the previous episode real quick. Sudden jump cut. Hello everyone, we're back. Well, for you, no time has passed at all. But for me, it's been about an hour since when I cut because the Wi-Fi just wasn't. And then my PC decided to be a bitch. So, I've had to sort a whole bunch of stuff out. I love that this is... There we are, fucking hell. It was scrolling, but it wasn't responding to me clicking to go to the next bloody episode. I should have... I believe that the Wi-Fi issues, yeah, look at that, are better. I don't know if they're going to be perfect, but I have taken some measures to hopefully improve that. We'll go for about another 20 or so minutes. It's about half an hour, something like that, before the problems arose and I had to stop recording. So yes, we'll go for about 20 minutes, and then for once I'm gonna have to do some editing. I'm gonna have to figure out how far in I was and where I need to cut. Such a pain. No, the bigger issue was everything that came after that. Yes, you said that last time, Hyunsong. The Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is excited to hear such an unexpected statement.
Why would you be upset, Hyunsong?
I put my life on the line in every scenario I take part in. Both me, as well as Mr. Jun-hyuk, are training each morning in order to survive in the upcoming scenario. We repeatedly train ourselves rigorously day after day, so that we may be able to protect our comrades in battle.
What?
And if a comrade of mine, who should have my back, was doing something like that because he was overcome by lust, how could I not be upset? And if somebody who went to an all-boys middle school and high school saw that...
Who are you talking about right now?
Well, I'm just saying that anyone would feel betrayed. From what I've seen so far, Mr. Jun-hyuk was a man of self-restraint, and has always been very militaristic in every sense of the word, despite not being military. It would be natural for someone like him to react strongly to something that could disrupt his line of command. He must have felt his camaraderie falling apart.
Well, I guess that does make sense.
Could he be right?
Constellation, the Demonic Judge of Fire, nods in agreement.
How pathetic. You've been chasing tail all this time. Anyone who has such lustful desire will be removed from the team, if they are prone to cause trouble.
Damn it, he didn't say something along those lines in the third round. I wouldn't feel so bad about it if I'd actually kissed her. It's too late to tell them this is all a misunderstanding. Mrs. Dr. Kim, we were thinking of choosing the remaining participants. We have We have 4 remaining, since the Supreme King decided to take 6 people with him. We'll have to pick 4 for the people here.
Since there's only 4 of us left, we should... How about we battle it out ourselves, between ourselves, between us, fuck's sake, I can't read still. Dead. Unconscious. Well, not unconscious, exhausted. He's obviously not dead, he's just unconscious. They gave up.
Well, I'll just stay back. Someone needs to be here to rule over the people. No way. I thought it was just the Supreme King we had to look out for. How did you get so strong?
The 10 who have just been selected are only the starting members, so be on standby. The second batch should be sent in soon. We should have done this to begin with.
Ah, it is what it is. Now that you're in 4 spots, who are you sending in?
Well, me of course. And that child. And the remaining 2.
It's not me, is it?
No, it isn't. You. It isn't you, G1.
Fine.
Yeah. You go ahead. I have some business to take care of. Let's find some place where we can lay Miss Sangha down. Oh? You must have made many friends. Long time no see. I fucking knew it! I called it! I fucking called it! I fucking knew it! I called it! Go back and watch the fucking episode where she was revealed. I fucking called it! I fucking knew it! Oh my god. Get red. Mother. Sorry, I had to... Episode 121, chapter 20. My mood has immediately jumped back up. My mood had soured early, but now I'm feeling fucking great. Hell yeah. Abandoned World, Part 5.
A long time. We saw each other last time.
I just passed you by then. She's still the same. She only looks as if she's in her late 30s. People used to ask me if she was my cousin when I was younger. I thought of just ignoring her and moving on. But I need her help to complete the upcoming scenario. When did you get out of prison?
A while ago.
Were you in Seoul?
I was just visiting to see someone.
Right, so that's how you got trapped in the Seoul Dome.
That's right.
If you were released, then why are you wearing a prisoner's uniform?
Well, because I wanted to make up for what I did.
Make up? You?
All human beings are prisoners. They all live in the cells of their own.
Just as arrogant as ever. She really hasn't changed at all.
Shouldn't you thank me, at least? Things would have been difficult without me.
Well, she's right. She led her people and defeated the catastrophe of the North. Even though it was weak, it was still a catastrophe.
You don't even seem pleased to see me when it's been so long.
Do you really want something like that?
A little.
Personal skill, lie detection level 1 has been activated. The statement you just now was confirmed to be a lie. Huh. This is ridiculous. I knew she was lying, but I just had to check. You managed to survive all that's happened so far. I'm impressed.
It's all thanks to the stories you've told me.
Just as I thought.
You're probably the only kid in the world who told his imprisoned mother about some book he's read. Because there was nothing else to talk about. That book.
Oh wait, hold on. That book was my everything. Eesh. What the fuck did his mother end up doing? End up in prison. That can't be comfortable for Dr. Those circumstance, at least. Right. Episode 122, Chapter 23, Abandoned World, Part 6. That book was my everything. If it wasn't for Toussaint, the author hadn't serialized that story, I wouldn't be standing here right now.
It's just third-rate garbage.
It's all thanks to that third-rate garbage novel that you were able to survive, wasn't it?
Constellation Prisoner of the Golden Headband is watching you with great interest. Constellation Secret Plotter is watching you with mysterious eyes.
Which attribute did you get?
Constellation Demonic Judge of Fire is watching you with pity.
I'm guessing it might have to do something with that story, with the stories I told you.
Why should I tell you?
If you still think of me as your child.
I doubt you even think of me as your mother.
A little.
Sugyung Lee has used lie detection level 1. Sugyung Lee has confirmed that you are telling a lie. Interesting. I don't know which of these is the last name. I assume it's the second one, but they have different last names. I assume that due to reasons, Doctor has taken on his father's name. I don't know if that has been said, but I assume that is the case.
Damn it. She even has that skill already? She really must be my mom.
Either that or it's a fake name.
Do you still blame me?
I'm not here to talk about that. Damn it. I can't tell if she's acting or if she's sincere.
Oh, maybe he didn't take his father's name.
Your father was a bad man.
I know. But still, that doesn't mean you could do what you did to him.
Sometimes you have to make some sacrifices for a better life.
That's just nonsense. When you murder someone, you have to pay the price for your actions.
I see all that reading has made you quite an eloquent speaker.
To me, my life seemed even more unreal than that novel. All because of you! You know why I came to see you, right?
Well?
We can both detect lies, so let's just cut the act. Do you know the old lady with the inmate number 406? Lend her to me.
You might be better off taking that incarnation who has Janucci as their supporting constellation.
But if Janucci is one of your close allies, then that old lady will be of more help to me.
Right, I can see why, seeing what we're up against.
How did you know what supporting constellation inmate 406?
But how did you know what constellation inmate 406 had?
Hold on, let me... Okay.
I can't tell you.
You must have a skill that lets you find out someone's supporting constellation.
Damn it. I really should watch what I say in front of her. Are you gonna lend her to me or not?
I will, but... why don't you introduce me to your friends next time?
Damn it. Damn it. She got me. Bring out the worst in people is what she does best.
Doctor, it's about time you face reality. Even if all this fiction became a reality, you should never believe them to be real.
The fourth wall is shaking violently.
Just a few words from her, my whole world is shaking violently. She is the person who reminds me the most of the reality that I hate so much.
Do you understand?
Stigma. Self-justification level 1 is activated.
I hate her. I hate that she's trying to be a mom all of a sudden. When too much time has passed to turn things back to the way they were.
The fourth wall is beginning to shake less.
You're right. I take fiction to be reality. Why? Because that's just the way I've lived all these years. It might seem pathetic to you, but know this. At least I don't. Sell off reality to be fiction like you did.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's just that you were taking so long.
How's your hangover?
I'm fine. I heard you carried me back here. I'm sorry. I've been nothing but a nuisance again.
It's fine. You're only trying to look after me. Did you hear everything? Damn it. Wasn't there a sound wave blocking skill in place? Did Jinshuk break it on his way in? You must have found it rather strange. My mother and son would talk to each other. Talk like that to each other.
No, not at all.
Do you want to know why?
If it's okay with you.
My mother killed my father. And served time in prison for it. May sound a little harsh, but my father was someone who deserved that. Domestic violence, gambling, debt. He beat us every day while he was alive. And one day, my mom mustered up the courage. And ended up doing something about it. I thought the rumors had gone around at work already. I guess you didn't hear. You must be even more confused now. As to why I hate my mother when she did what she did to end our suffering. It puzzles you, doesn't it?
No, not at all. I may not be able to understand you fully, but...
You think I should forgive her for what she did, right? Do you know a book called A Murderer's Notes from the Underground?
I think I've heard of it. It was a bestseller, wasn't it? A change of topic.
I don't think this is going to be the change of topic you hope it to be. Because it's not really a change of topic.
It was an essay a woman wrote while she was in prison for killing her husband, who'd abused her. It was critically acclaimed.
This sudden expression change.
The critics called it Korea's very own Notes from the Underground. It's been way overrated, of course. That's right. It was my mom who wrote it.
Oh fuck, I just clicked something I shouldn't have. Right, next episode. Jesus Christ. This is heavy shit. This is heavy stuff. Sorry if I'm not commenting on a lot of it. Family relationships can be complicated. Although, I don't think you need someone like me to tell you that. I'm sure just, you know, knowing your own family can make that abundantly clear. And it would seem that Doctors is a little bit more complicated than most people's would be. Yeah. Ugh. Jesus. That's right. It was my mom who wrote it. Omniscient Reader, episode 123. Chapter 23, Abandoned World. I can still remember our house was flooded with reporters. Everyone kept asking if our essays were based on a true story. I even remember everything my classmates said. How my mom sold off her past as a murderer to make money. Even my relatives asked me how my mom could allow herself to be seen in the papers like that when she's a murderer.
Doctor?
Things were a little difficult because of that. Maybe more so than just a little. I can't stand being the son of a murderer. But having that story sold off for money is a different... hold on. I can stand being the son of a murderer. But having that story sold off for money is a different story. To think my life was being exchanged for money by someone else is a completely different story. The constellations didn't give me any coins then. But more than ever before, I can feel that the constellations are looking at me right now. This too might just be another story to them. Do you still think I should forgive my mother? Maybe this is the vilest form of violence I can use against Sangha, who was raised in a happy home. Sorry, I was just joking.
What?
That was all a lie. I got you so good, didn't I? Come on,
I can suddenly so dramatic happen in real life. My mom and I are just like all the other regular families. And my dad was in an accident when I was little. The fourth wall is shaking, lightly. Doctor? What? Did you two kiss again? Kiss? Look at Sanka blushing. You must have. Quit it. Nothing happened between us. Sure thing. Whatever. Some strange old lady came looking for you. Did you ask for her?
Now what would you want from a useless old hag like me? You must be Dr. Kim, young man. I've heard a lot about you from Sung-Yong. Nice to meet you.
Yeah, she's definitely batshit fucking crazy. That's how they get to the next scenario. Excuse me, coming through. So you've come. Yeah, you're not happy to see me, are you? You don't have to participate in this one. It seems you have a woman you love.
Huh? What?
Things will only get harder.
Wait, did he leave me out because he was looking after me? Jung Hyuk of all people?
This could be your last scenario.
Come to think of it, the Jung Hyuk of this round, the same Jung Hyuk you lost Seolhwa in the previous round.
It's not like that. This isn't the time for love. Then you won't mind dying? Come on.
Do you have to be so harsh? You're hurting my feelings.
Don't forget, I haven't paid you back yet for the beating I took.
Oh, right. I'd almost forgotten about it. Thanks for reminding me, jerk. Do you want me dead or do you want me alive?
Now, I'll go over some things you should be aware of for this scenario. You can only enter the warp crystal in pairs. For that reason, we will move in pairs in this scenario. Me and Yu-Sung will be group 1. Hui-Won, Hyun-Sung will be group 2. Songha and the old prisoner lady will be group 3. And since Gil-Young is the odd one out, Ji-Hai from Jun Hyuk's group will be partnering up with him. And Jun Hyuk, that jerk will... I'm sure he has something figured out. You might feel a little nauseous after entering the crystal, but don't be flustered. The scenario screen will pop up as soon as you arrive on the other side. What's important is when the scenario screen pops up... Oh? Ooh, a different though could be...
Hold on. I'm sorry, but I have an emergency announcement.
Tokubi, what?
I almost forgot to tell you, but the initial number of people allowed from the Soul Dome will be 8 and not 10.
Huh? What is he saying?
Well...
But we already have our story members sorted out. God damn it. That Dokubi's name was Yongyu, wasn't it?
There was a dimensional rift during the 5th scenario, which caused some contestants to enter the 6th scenario prematurely.
There are people in there already? I mean, you know this, Doctor. You saw, Pildu and, Sooyoung.
Yes, so 2 people from the Soul Dome are already in the scenario.
Wait, come to think of it, Sooyoung and Pildu were already in the scenario. On the screen, Persephone showed me in the underworld.
Although they were left in due to an error in the scenario, we can't help but reduce the number of participants to keep things fair.
What? That's nonsense! What do we do, Doctor?
Very good question. What do they do? How will they resolve this? But yes, we'll leave that here. It should be about 50 minutes, I think, at the end of it all. But yeah. What a set of chapters. What a set of chapters. Jesus. Really good stuff. Really, really good stuff. Lot to pick apart. But anyway, with that out of the way, I've been Animosity. You've been you, and I hope to join next time for another video. Ta-ta. Bye now.